this is Krista from Simply Breathe Now, and I just wanted to welcome you to my June Plan With Me video. I'm going to do something a little bit different coming up in the next few months, and it's going to start this month. So we'll dive right in and we'll see what we're going to do a little bit different. So I have my cover that I have in my Etsy shop. This is the rose gold that I absolutely loved, that I changed a few months ago, and I'm still loving this. And then I have my perpetual calendar, which I've just changed for the month of June. So I have June, July kind of figured out, and I haven't really got into filling out the rest yet, but I've started doing those 2 months. And I just wanted to mention that I have this year at the glance in the perpetual calendar, and I've used it for different things. And this time I'm using it for things that pop out that happen in the month. And every May, which we are in right now, I always feel like it's mayhem. I feel like things just seem to end, or not quite ended yet, that are coming off the winter, and things that are starting for the spring and the summer started happening. We have changes of clothes. Homework seems to ramp up for some reason. We have all kinds of birthdays and holidays. So I wrote in here, May is mayhem, so that next May I'm like, it's not that I can prepare for how busy it is, but just be aware of how busy it is, and that just kind of let it go instead of, I always feel like I'm fighting May. And April, I find depressing. I'm really down in the dumps at some point in April. So I put that. And I'm going to try and pick out different patterns and use my year at a glance for patterns of the month and see if there's anything that's kind of coming out to kind of pre-warn myself for the next year coming up. So that's my perpetual calendar. Then I have a Goulet pen insert, which is where I keep all my collections. I don't put collections very much in front of my journals anymore. I kind of keep them in this one. And it's blank and empty, some filled out, some not filled out, lots of stickies. So that's where I keep my collections. And then we're going to flip right to the beginning of May. So this is my May memories. I didn't do an intention because I started May, and when the new moon came, I didn't feel into it at all. And instead of pushing it and trying to really struggle with it, I decided to leave this page blank. And then maybe a week ago, I was like, what am I going to put on this page? I'm like, oh my goodness, I am stressing about summer. So I'm just going to make a list, dump my brain, and make a list about summer planning. Now, I haven't done anything about the summer planning. I just made the list. So I need to do that. Then we have my habit tracker, and I use this little pattern, which is kind of, I guess that's what it looks like. It's a little bump off the bottom and a line down. The dots mean that my my 2 older kids and my husband were away, so it was kind of hard to actually say that anything happened, but I wanted to note that they were away, so it didn't look like it was blank, but it didn't look like it happened either. And then I have my Feeding My Soul, which was a bit better this month. My gratitude log, which I used my, I don't have it down here, my fountain pen, and I am struggling with all my fountain pens. They seem to, even though they're dry, let them dry. If I come back at all, they seem to just smear if my hands have any dampness to them at all. And I'm really sad by all the smearing that's happened. And then it was starting to run out, so I ended up just switching pens because I was like, oh, enough with the smearing. And then my mood tracker, which this is one of the mood trackers that I offer in my Etsy shop, like a version of this. I have 2 different versions, and this is a combined version of both of them. And I actually really enjoy doing this. So it has the lunar around the edge, and then my moods, my AM, PM moods. Normally I just do 1 mood for the day, and it's surprised me how different I can be in the day. I thought I'd have more of like every day I'm the same color, but no, I had lots that were double. And then my energy level referred to how much energy I had. And then expectation, I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's the feeling of someone pulling on me. Do I have a lot of autonomy within my day, or is my day very planned? Planned by me or planned by someone else? And even the planned by me, like my Wednesdays they're supposed to be opened and I plan them, but sometimes things come into them and I have no flexibility, and that that makes my oxytocin levels go down, and it makes me feel a little bit more stressed. So that expectation, what was the level of expectation of the day, was how many people were kind of pulling on me, or where were there like set times that I had no flexibility at all. So that's what that referred to. And the higher the number, the more that I felt like people were pulling, or that I was scheduled and had no flexibility. And then we have my May calendar, which is the same, and I'm loving this. I'm still doing this, and my sleep log, and much more consistent. Woo, yes. And then my Simply Breathe Now, posting schedule on this side, and then kind of what to do on this side. I'm playing around with this posting stuff, so it probably will look the same coming up this month, but yeah, there's a bit more. I need to still play with this. And then this is going much better for my projects, having different boxes, more boxes for my projects instead of just 4 big ones. So I'm liking that. And then I'm not really tracking if I'm doing, how much time I'm doing in them. I'm just crossing the things off. And then we have My Brain, which has a little errand. One of the errands is to pick up pictures, and I need this little tab. That's why I have that in here. And so that's my Brain. Then we have a weekly, which I really enjoy this spread, and just writing out my little review. And then dailies. I am loving my dailies like this, where they're columns and I get it all in one page. It kind of gives me the combination of being able to have them having a whole, like the whole page like this, but being able to have the whole week in just one spread, so that I'm not using several pages for 1 week. So basically for 1 week, I only have the 2 pages, and I'm loving that it's saving space. I feel like I have enough room. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to keep doing that. So then another weekly, more dailies, a little love note from my daughter, more weekly dailies. And then we had my dad's burial. So my dad actually wrote this poem, and I read it at the burial, so I decided I would put it on here. And he wrote it for all of us who were left behind, which was really sweet and very my dad. And then we have another weekly, and more dailies, and another weekly. This is where we are right now. And a daily, half of dailies. And then I did do my May review, and I'm going to come back in here. I haven't done any reviews at all this year so far, which is so unlike me, but it's just been a crazy year. If you've been following me, you know why. And you can see the smudging from my fountain pens. Not happy. And I'm trying to really let them dry, so I'm not really sure what's happening. So then I'm supposed to jump into my next month. And the problem is that this book runs out, like I can just fit June. And I don't want to waste all these pages. This is 218, and this is what does it go to? 248. I do not want to waste all this paper. So I'm going to rejiggle some of my things. I'm going to do my habit tracker and my gratitude together on one page. And then I'm not going to do my habit tracker in here. I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out this habit tracker, which is one of the ones I offer on my Etsy shop and within one of the journals that I do. And I'm going to Zentangle it, and it would be a great example for having up in my Etsy shop, and is also, I don't mind doing it outside of my journal. I'm thinking on my daily put my mood as well, so I just kind of have a track in my journal. So that way I can save a couple pieces of paper, which I know is sad, but I just don't want to waste all that paper. If I just take up my mood tracker, I can fit it all in and rejiggle habit and gratitude. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put some music on and get right to work. Hope you join me. Okay, so let's flip back. So I'm keeping it very simple, as you can see, because June is very busy. So I have my members page. I'm hoping to do a lunar intention this month. I'm hoping to get back on track with that. I have a very simple habit tracker. I'm going to write my habits along there and just pick probably a really simple Zentangle again. I have my line a day, which is my gratitude. So I'm just going to write one thing on a line, and I'm going to try to really focus on the feeling that I get from that. So lately I've been writing just lots of things, and this month I'm going to try and just pick one and really, really feel the gratitude when I write it down and pull in the motion. Then I have my normal June calendar with my sleep blog at the end. And as you can see, not a lot of color, like plain. I am feeling really overwhelmed with life right now, so I'm trying to get it really simple. This is my Simply Breathe Now, my Facebook group posting, my page and Instagram posting, and then things I need to do for Simply Breathe Now and any events that are happening. And then this will be where I'm probably going to break these boxes up again and do like what I really need to focus on here. So it's not so much, this is kind of like what I need to do all month, and this is kind of versus I'm going to break up what I'm going to do each week. And then my projects, really, I don't know why I keep calling it projects. I don't really know what else to call it. It's more like my my work stuff, and then our reno. So these end up being my 4 major aspects of life outside of my family. And then my brain. And that's it. Really, really simple. And remember, I'm going to do my mood tracker on this separate page. So I'm going to have that on my desk, and then I will just fill it in. So that will take me to the end of this book. And as you can see, my hand is all a mess. And I figure, you know what? I'm just going to look back and notice that I can't draw a single straight line worth a darn in June of 2019. But that's just how life goes. I've just feel like there's a lot going on, and I think I was drawing a lot faster than I normally do because I feel like I just don't have time to come and sit and just draw this out really calmly. So, but that's part of life, and that's part of the bullet journal that's so great that you can change it and adapt it every time. So I will be able to get 4 weeks in here, just 4 weeks. It gets like, there's 4 weeks, and then I have an extra page, which I was thinking for week 5, but I have enough into May that I won't need this spread, so that can be my review. And then 1/2 page for a review of the journal, and then I'm out of this journal, and I used it to its max, which is fantastic. And then, as it would happen, the summer is going to be extremely busy, so I'm actually going to use my inserts for the July and August. I'm not going to go into a Leuchtturm until September is my plan. So the next Plan With Me video will be more just filling out my inserts, and we'll be having a look at those. And so it's kind of exciting. I'm kind of excited to use an insert instead of drawing it out, because life is going to be very busy in the summer. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below. I love to hear what people have to say, or if they have any questions about different things. And if I can help out in any way, I certainly will do that. Thanks for watching, and have a great June. I'll see you in July. Bye.